What's funny? That show nailed it.
Oh, I love Chef Shack. He is a freaking fondant wizard.
According to this email Minhaj just sent his cousin Fatima in Oak Park, Illinois, Patriot Act is a comedy show that tackles the news with depth and nuance.
Who talks to their cousin like that?
So, should we frame this guy for murder?
I don't know. Let's wait and see if the show's any good.
Right, man. That, and you know what, man? Where's DB at? Oh, there he is. Okay, DB, that was
Hi.
a clip.
That was a clip of Patriot Act.
That was a trailer.
Sorry, a trailer of Patriot Act, which is premiering on Netflix this Sunday, and hosted by historical making. I don't know.
History making.
There we go. History making comedian who was a part of the Daily Show.
Yes.
And you were one of the last hires by Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart. Yeah.
So you went from Jon Stewart to Trevor Noah. Now you're hosting your own show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Please welcome Hasan Minhaj.
There it is, man. Killing it, man.
Thank you, man.
Hey, what's the difference between their two styles, John and Trevor?
Are you talking about a 50-year-old Jewish dude and a 30-year-old
Yeah, man.
South
It seems like
African
they
guy?
got a lot in common, though, right? No.
Yeah. They're exactly the same. No, man. It's so cool. It was one of those things where you're working with Jewish Yoda,
Yeah.
and then you're working with someone who's like your contemporary, who's like your brother, you know,
Uh-huh.
because me and Trevor were like the same age.
Yeah.
So it was so cool. It was so cool, you know what I mean, being adjacent to him and to see Trevor fill in for those shoes and make the show his own. There's a lot of wisdom you get from just
From that process.
yeah, and watching somebody go through that.
What did you learn most about it?
I think the biggest thing is that you got to stay true to yourself and you got to stay in the pocket and not panic.
Stay in the pocket.
The blitz is
not
the
panic.
blitz is gonna come
Every time.
but the great quarterbacks stay in the pocket and they don't panic. And Trevor's, I think, one of the best at just. I mean, he's cool as a cucumber. If you ever met him, man,
Yeah, I
he
met
is that charismatic and charming and just off the cuff funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just can't tell that he's fazed by anything.
Yeah, I met Trevor prior, way before he got the gig.
Really?
I met him through his stand up, so I always
wow.
thought he was funny. So
Yeah.
when he got the job, I thought, wow,
Yeah.
that was perfect.
And it was a big swing and it was a big chance too, right?
Yeah.
Comedy Central took. They're like, all right, we got this international guy. A lot of people don't know about him. People around the world know about him, but not in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just learned that, wow, he didn't let any of that stuff faze him.
He didn't let any of it faze him. Man, you worked with Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah. Now, how closely?
I mean, she was like 5 feet away from me. Yeah,
Literally.
there weren't a ton of scenes together, but yeah, we were in a movie
What was
together.
that like, dog?
It was
Come
cool.
on,
I mean, it was cool. You know what's
You know
what he's asking.
Thing like, man, come on.
No, hey man, hey, happy. How are you? What's up, YouTube comments? Hey, how are you? Happy?
yeah.
No, you know one of the coolest things about working in this business.
What's that?
And is awesome. Is that like you kind of just this way you see people and you're like, oh, I didn't know they were that short. I didn't know they were. You see the humanity in people. Like you'll see a celebrity be like, man, they didn't trim their nails. It's little things like that where you go, oh, they're just regular people that I went to high school and college with, that I work with. It's not the one person that I was like, what, was J-Lo. That was crazy.
Yeah. Like,
I mean,
seeing her in
J-Lo was
person.
just crazy.
Yeah, it's just like the magazines.
It was nuts.
She looked just like she does on the music videos.
Yeah.
Or in the movies.
I remember I saw her at the Met Gala, and she goes, baby, it's the guy from The Speech. Because I was the speaker at the correspondence dinner, and baby was A-Rod. So A-Rod turns around and is like, oh, yeah, it's the guy from The Speech. And I'm like, and I just remember looking at J-Lo and looking at A-Rod, and I'm like, how did...
Those two.
Yeah.
Was you hating?
Right.
No, he did make A-Rod sound kind of stupid.
I was just like,
Damn, Hassan.
for J-Lo?
Yeah.
I mean, you ever see those YouTube videos
Okay.
of two animals that became friends? Where it's like a seal became a friend with a...
Oh, come on, man. What are you going with
They don't look that wild. They're not that crazy of an odd couple.
seal?
She's had crazier options.
I'm saying like... You see like those YouTube videos where you're like, oh, I didn't know those two animals could be friends. It's like that. It's like that.
Okay.
It's like
So
that. It's not.
I didn't get TB scooting away from.
I think.
Stay in the pocket, Hassan. Stay in the pocket.
Don't panic.
Hey, look, I'm standing on the hills that I believe in. I really do believe that.
Okay.
They Latinos.
But Hasan Minhaj is here. Patriot
you
Act.
better be easy.
No. I'm talking about the content of the character.
Oh, the character.
Yeah,
We thought you were talking about the look.
No.
Okay.
I just have you listened to interviews with A-Rod? There's not a lot. There's not a lot. No. Wait, hear me out. Hear me out. This
I
is
don't know
like
anything about A-Rod besides him being a baseball player. Tell me.
okay. Well, just Let's just say the transcript of the interview is very short because there's not a whole lot being said.
Oh my God!
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
Deeper.
saying.
He's going. Yo, this is the ultimate Yankee fan right here.
I'm a Yankee fan. I have to disagree because A-Rod, like he does the sports World Series coverage and whatnot. He's a good commentator.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
If he keeps it short, it's because he has an attitude. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
He
Duly
said you
noted.
think so?
Hey, you know what?
Who else you hate?
And this is this is the proper political discourse.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We'll respectfully disagree.
We'll respectfully disagree.
I'm just saying. I think J-Lo. Okay.
Hasan
I'm putting
Minaj,
J-Lo
ladies
on
and
that
gentlemen.
pedestal.
What are your thoughts about all these suspicious packages that's arriving at all of these
I mean, that's terrifying, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, really scary stuff that's going on right now.
Yeah.
And I think people discrediting it as not real or fake. That's a big problem.
Okay. And then OQ, what you got over there?
Yeah, they just made an arrest. They're going to have a news conference later today at 2:30, but they arrested a man. Nothing else is known about this man, and he was arrested in Florida.
So they made an arrest in relation to these packages.
Yes.
Wow.
And then most of the packages are going to Democrats or people who are opponents of Trump, right?
Correct. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's scary.
It's really scary.
Is that the type of stuff you'll touch on?
Yeah, man. I mean, the show, we're definitely doing political, cultural, investigative deep dives. If you've seen my stuff before, if you've seen my special on Netflix and all that stuff, the way I describe the show is, it's me, I'm performing in front of all the LEDs. Imagine if you were at a Drake concert, but you were learning.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You've been at like a Drake concert and you're like, what if I was also learning about tax reform? That's the show.
That's the one thing you don't learn about at any time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's that. It's interactive. It's me with all the screens and I'm telling, I'm doing one investigative deep dive on a story. So let's say like in our debut episode, we're doing affirmative action.
Okay.
Which has been a huge controversial topic in this country. Mm-hmm. And there's a very, very important case that's going on right now in federal court where Asian students are suing Harvard and they could potentially go to the Supreme Court and dismantle affirmative action. That's a big story.
Wow.
That's a very controversial topic. And I just want to talk about it and go, okay, let's talk about this. Because this is really about how we think about meritocracy in this country, who gets what and why, and what people add a value to a job or a workplace. That way this country isn't a monolith. We all bring something different to the table. And I think that's when America's at its best.
That's when America's at its best.
Yeah. Now let me ask you a question. Would A-Rod do that in an interview? Be honest with me right
now.
Now would A-Rod be able to...
Would he use monolith?
Would A-Rod be able to take something so esoteric and give you espresso like that in that moment?
Espresso?
You're very eloquent. So yeah, he wouldn't be able to. Yeah.
And J-Lo, who's arguably one of the most beautiful women in the world.
Oh, don't tap out.
Not to his degree. But he'd be able to articulate.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dave, Joe.
We'll let Hasan get in the commentator booth at the next Yankee game and see how well he does.
All right, thank you.
Damn,
Damn. Sway, okay. You're not on my side here, okay.
No, I'm always on your side, bro. I may not be on your side, but I'm on your team.
There we go.
Okay, Hasan Minhaj, ladies and gentlemen. You like
Thank
that?
you.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. We can agree to disagree. No, I'm just joking. I've never even watched A-Rod commentate. Congratulations on your show.
He's never coming on this show.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
No, A-Rod, that's my homie. He would come on.
Okay.
Oh, he would come
Yeah.
on. And you're
Jokes,
an
man.
executive producer of the show, which speaks volumes as well.
Yes, I created the show. I wrote the show. I took it out. I pitched the show. I put together the proof of concept. I brown paper bagged it, did it myself, produced it, then shopped it around, and then Netflix ordered the series. And I think I'm very proud of that.
You should be.
To truly treat it like an independent entrepreneurial project. As creators of color, I really think that that's important that we do that.
Absolutely.
Because there's two things we look for, I think, in this business. Which I think is number one. You know this looking at the music business. You either want capital, i.e. money, or two, distribution. And I think that if we can control one or both of those elements, you're at a very, very advantageous position.
Yeah, you're right. A-Rod wouldn't have said that like that. No, you're right.
No, but I think that's important to note. And so when people ask me about this story, they go, "Hey, tell me about your rise in comedy. Tell me about this. Tell me about this." And I said, "Look, man, I really, really treated my hustle in this game the same way Jeff Bezos treats Amazon. You know how Jeff Bezos pumps all his money? He takes all his profits, puts it back into the business. I mean, you talk about delayed gratification. That's something that's not. You don't see that on IG. IG's all about gratification
right
now.
Instant gratification.
And I think if we really want leverage in this business, we have to control both of those things.
The
capital and distribution.
Okay.
We put up the bag and we control the platforms and the distribution methods.
Game.
Yeah.
It seems you landed though at the top. We hearing that it's on Netflix. That's
Correct.
so big. Everybody's trying to get a show picked
Sure.
up on Netflix. Did you have other people say no or turn down your series when you went to go pitch?
Well, actually, because I put together the whole proof of concept of what the show looks like, what we're going to talk about on the show, and you could just press play on the link. We actually had a very competitive bidding situation.
Okay.
And that another thing, for me as an artist is like really great. But Netflix, they pulled a Godfather. They made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Patriot Act with Hasan Minhaj premiering Sunday, October 28th on Netflix. How can our citizens follow you on social media? What's your social?
I'm at Hasan Minhaj, just my name, HasanMinhaj.
Thank you for coming through.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations, man. Absolutely, man. We want to thank too, the one and only Jay White did it in our cipher today. Look for him, man. He got more beats, more hits coming out. Lyric the Queen. Wow, she came and showed off today.
Yep.
Man, even Hasan participated in the cipher.
That was cool.
That was fun, right?
Yeah, that was a cool life moment.
Okay, that's dope. Star Jay for coming through as well. And everybody that came through the show this week, and to most importantly, the citizens for tuning in to us and making us who we are. Have to be. We about to get ready, OQ. How can they reach you?
You can check me out on Instagram, OQ Shoots. And Monday we have a huge show because we got Tyler Perry and Amari Hardwick stopping by.
Yeah.
That's great.
As well as Joel Ortiz and Apollo Brown.
Okay.
Sway, give me some advice. Give me some life and career advice. You've been in this game for a long time. Give it to me. Give me a jewel.
You honestly, I think you're already on the right path.
Thank you, man.
Just don't lose yourself in it. Stay true to yourself.
I appreciate that.
Integrity. I watched your work, man. You're doing great.
Thank you, man.
Just don't fuck up. That's my life. That's my life's advice.
No pressure. No pressure.
I got you, but I got you. But you're doing well.
Thank you,
I'm
Sway.
learning from you.
Wow,
So
come on
thank
now.
you.
Don't say that, man.
Nah, damn
Padawans got to learn from the Jedis.
Nah, but we could all learn from each other.
Thank you,
You
man.
know what I mean? You're
Appreciate
doing
that.
well. If you weren't, I'll tell you what I thought. DJ Wonder, how can they reach you?
At DJ Wonder everywhere.
Citizens, reach me everywhere at It's Really DB. Also, real quick, I did a write-up for mid-90s Jonah Hill's new movie, which is in theaters nationwide today. So I'm going to post a link. It's going to be on Sway's Universe, and you can go check it out, read it, and tell me what you think. Tracy G.
Twitter, Instagram for me, citizens, at It's Tracy G, ITS-ACYG. Also, check out the new shirts that I put up. They're titled, Your Opinion Is Not My Truth. So for anyone who does not live by the terms of approval from others and just pays attention to their own voice, that might be the shirt that you want to wear as a reminder on your chest. So
Have the beat.
I'm at the happy hour, WHB.
And we're headed to New Jersey.
Jersey, stand
Newark, West Side High School. We're coming to you this afternoon. We're going to bring a version of Sway in the morning. We're going to have our Fire Friday Cypher. We're going to see which one of those kids are young hyenas. We got the mayor coming through. We got a lot of
superintendent, a lot of people coming through.
A lot of artists coming through. We're going to celebrate that community and what Principal Cook has been putting together over there. I'm at Real Sway across the board. You can listen back to the show at SiriusXM.com/
on demand.
Or you can go to Sway'sUniverse.com in our YouTube channel. You can see all these videos, all these interviews. And
how many millions of subscribers, Sway?
We probably about 1.6 million or something like that, 1.7. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we have nothing.